Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Here we're talking about creating systems, and I call this simple life systems because this is something that I create for myself and for my family just to make my life easier. And yes, oftentimes it takes some effort and some time upfront to build a system, to think through, to build it up, to get the tools and everything. But as you start using the systems, you will definitely see the benefit of not having to relearn different things, redo, research everything that you've already done in the past. I already have a video on how to build a system for different protocols for simple non-life-threatening illnesses like cold, the stomach bug, the sinusitis, little rash, little runny nose, fever, and all that. I have a whole protocol on that, and I've explained to you, I shared my system with you, and I give you some tools how you can build your own system for the same idea so that you stop searching for on your sticky notes, wherever you wrote something down when you had this great recipe that your mom friend shared, or you read in a group, in Facebook group, in a mom group, in a forum. If you took a screenshot and saved it somewhere, you have no idea where, and you can't find it in the moment where you actually need it. So I shared with you the system that I've built for my family. You're going to see it either here or here. I'm not sure where it comes up when I edit and post the video. So you can click on that video and you can go watch the way that I built my system and how you can build yours. Either get the template that I've already created for you with all the protocols and everything, or you can take my ideas and build your own in a binder, in a notebook, however you prefer doing it. And I gave you suggestions in that video. I gave you suggestions on how you can do it effectively and more efficiently. So go watch that. Today, we are doing a reset of our medicine cabinet. We're looking through the expiration dates, the 75% empty bottles, and fully empty bottles that we ran out and we didn't realize that we don't have it. Because I am pretty sure that, especially if you are a parent, you have had that time, that middle of the night, where you realize that your kid is running a fever or has some sort of rash or has an allergy or something that needs immediate attention with some medicine, and you run into your medicine cabinet and you realize that the medicine either empty, the bottle is empty, or even worse, it's not empty and you almost gave it to your child, but you realize that it expired a few months ago because you didn't need it for that long, you didn't think about it, and it was just sitting in a mess in your cabinet. And this is not even about organization. This is not about how to organize your medicine cabinet. This is about making your life easier by taking steps up front, by creating your little system up front before you need it. Because you're definitely not building anything in the moment of emergency or in the moment when you need it. You need to build the infrastructure before, while you still have the resources, so that you can lean on it in the moment when something is happening, when you actually need some resources and some help. So today we are going to talk exactly about that. I am going to show you specifically, I call it a seasonal reset, and in my system, I'm going to show you in a bit later how I built a whole checklist for seasonal reset for every season, what I might need for my family. And based on my specific needs, there's a general, in the template that I built, there are some general items for preparation for a season, and there are also some specific items for my family. And if you decide to get my template, you can also enter your specific preparations for your specific family. What maybe somebody has allergies, asthma, whatever that your family has, you can include into that seasonal checklist. and make sure that you go through it every season. You go through the bottles, you check the meds, you find the gaps, you find the expiration dates, and you build a simple system that you can lean on when you actually need to go get the medicine. We're gonna start with the audit. Step one is when we're gonna take everything out of the medicine cabinet. All of those half-used bottles, all those sticky bottles from cough syrup, and the saline, the thermometer, the band-aids, everything that you have in your medicine cabinet. You need a clean slate for the few moments to just start from the whole pile of what you have and start going through it bottle by bottle, checking the expiration dates, checking how much is in every bottle. My system, here's a few tips that I'm sharing from my own system, is that first of all, if it expires for next 90 days, I put it on the restock list to make sure that when I go to the grocery store, this is not like an urgency, go run and buy it now kind of, Tylenol or Motrin or saline or some other painkiller for the throat or sore throat or fever or whatever. It is, I still have some and it's still active. It's still not expired, but it is running low. It is maybe at 50% full, so I will need to restock, and so I put it on my restock list and my grocery list. And next time when I go to the grocery store at my convenience or with my plan, because if you haven't watched my other videos on my family food system, you'd probably know, if you have watched it, you'd probably know that I have a system for a lot of family functions. I have systems, and I have a system for my family food where I have a flow where I check my groceries. I make my meal plan for the next week or two. I check the groceries, I check pantry, I check my freezer, and then I create a grocery list. And then usually my husband picks up that part. He goes to the grocery store, he picks everything up, and then I batch cook on Sunday, and then I don't have to think about it for the next usually close to 2 weeks, because sometimes we eat out, sometimes we're not hungry, sometimes this or that, and I make a little bit extra. So I put it in the freezer, and it stays there for 3 months easy in the freezer. Anyway, that's a totally different system. If you're interested in learning my food system, you can go find the playlist that is on meal planning and family food system, and you can watch how my system works there too. Right now, we're talking about the medicine cabinet and the health system. So let's get back to it. So once you get everything out and you start looking through all of the expiration dates, and you start looking through all of the half empty, 75% empty bottles, that's what you put on your list to restock. And if it expires within the next 90 days, you do the same. You put them on a restock list to make sure that you have. You remember when you go to the grocery store, you remember to buy more of that stuff, but it's not urgent. So that was your first step. Step 2 is to start creating a simple system. And if you're not ready for digital, which is totally understandable, we often start with very simple pen and paper system. And this is what I recommend you to do right away once you go through your medicine cabinet. You take your majors, whatever you think you might need on a short notice. It's Motrin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, saline. I don't know. It's individual. Whoever family values the most some of the things that are very important, and you need to make sure that you have them on hand for whatever is happening. So what I would say, what I would recommend you do, you take a sticky note and you write those medicines that you need, those medications that you need, you write them on paper and you write their expiration date. And preferably as well, you would write how much there is, so that you don't have to go digging and expecting that there is a whole bottle of Tylenol or Motrin in the middle of the night, and then you realize that you run out, and even though expiration date is still fine, but you run out, that is a problem. You don't want to go run into a 24-hour pharmacy in your pajamas in the middle of the night, because it just adds to the stress. You can easily avoid that kind of stress while your child is crying, you're running out, and especially if you have no idea where that pharmacy is. It's super stressful and it's unnecessary. That stress is totally unnecessary. To avoid that stress, take those simple steps ahead of time. At the beginning of the season, do this kind of preparation checklist. So let me show you what kind of checklist that I have in my system. We're gonna go straight to, let's say, fall, because this is where the most important seasonal checklist is, because we go from summer, where it's all fun and great, to the germ season, and we often don't think about how often and how unexpectedly someone is about to come down with something. So we don't prepare oftentimes, and that can cause a lot of stress that we can so easily avoid. And I mean, if you're that kind of person as well, like me, who doesn't deal well with stress, who doesn't react really well in the stressful moments, messes up in the situation under pressure, which is me. I mess up so badly under pressure. I don't think well, I don't react well, I don't do well with stress. So my way of making sure that I still get things done is preparation. I prepare ahead of time. I prepare checklists. I do steps. I create systems to make sure that I am not getting stuck in an unnecessary stressful situation. So anyway, here's my seasonal prep checklist for the fall. As I have shown you in one of the previous videos about how I created these protocols. For every season, I have a how to use, obviously, and I have active protocols for some of the most likely to happen viruses and illnesses and sicknesses that are non-life-threatening. Again, in every one of those videos about the health system, I want to make sure that I emphasize that I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical advice. What I'm doing here is I'm helping you make your life easier by creating the system, by taking the advice that from your mom friends, from grandmother, from the forums, from the groups that you found useful, especially if you already tried them or if you want to try them, rather than writing them on sticky notes and putting them wherever and then searching them frantically, or not even searching them, just going. Oftentimes, what do we end up doing? We end up going Googling, ChatGPT these days, other AI tools, and we just go searching, because obviously we don't lack information in this day and age. What we lack is systematization, archiving, and organization for ourselves to stop relearning and redoing the same things over and over. So what I'm teaching and showing you what I do is I systemize the information that I've learned over the years. And I'm not giving you medical advice. This is a friendly mom-to-mom kind of suggestions of how you can organize and systemize the information for your family so that you can have easy access to it within a couple of clicks. You can share it with your family members, with the babysitter, with the grandparents, whoever might be taking care of your children, you or your partner. So they have it all in one place as well, and they can just easily access it and take actions that you've already tried and true, and you know those work. So this is what this whole systemization is about. You should always consult with the doctor, and then systemize the advice that doctor gives you using the systems, either digital or paper, however you prefer. I prefer digital, obviously. So here's the seasonal prep. Back to the topic of this video is seasonal prep checklist that I have for you in this in the season. So as I said, the fall is the biggest prep season, because the whole summer we don't think about it, and then it takes us some time to prepare and think about all of the stuff that you may have to prepare in the spur of the moment when your child is actually, having a fever or having a runny nose, the wake up, can't breathe easily at night because their nose is stuffed. And if you didn't check this stuff, if you didn't prepare ahead of time in September, then you're going to have to do it in the middle of the night in your pajamas, running around looking for a 24-hour pharmacy. I prefer not to, so that's what I do. And you can either get this whole template. This is the family health protocol system. You can either get this whole thing, purchase it through the link in the description, or you can build it yourself. You can build on paper, you can build it on digital, however you prefer doing. I am offering you the efforts that I've already made to prepare this for you, and you can take it and go use it right away. If you purchase it from me, if you purchase the template through my page, you get this whole thing right away in your email. You can open up all of the protocols already in there. All you would need to do is just maybe personalize some of the things that are relatable to your family. But otherwise, all of the protocols, like if you look in, let's say, symptom checker, if you look at any of the protocols here, let's say tick removal, I have a tick removal. You have all of the home remedies protocols, you have the dosage table. Obviously, dosage table you have to personalize. This is a sample. This is not suggestions. You will have to redo the dosage table, and you have to put your own information. You have to look at the weight of your family members, the medicine, the dose, the frequency, and you can also include in the frequency column, you can also include when it was the last administered during the days when your child or you were sick. You can include it in this table to make sure that you keep track of when it was administered and when the next dose is allowed. And you have the whole table here with the warning on when to call the doctor in case if the systems just seem off. So every protocol, every one of those things have this whole structure with everything in it. The table here is connected to all of the protocols. So once you edit it on one page, you can edit on this main page, or in any of the protocols, if you edit it, the table will be connected to all of them and will be updated automatically already by itself. And by seasons here, as I said, I have in every season, I have specific prep checklist, and I have protocols of most commonly happening diseases, illnesses during that season. So that's what you get if you decide to go with my template that you can purchase through the link in the description. And I would highly recommend that you start with the free guide, quick pocket guide for parents with all the essentials. You can simply start with that one, and you can just download it as well. It's called a free quick parent pocket guide. The link is in the description. You just sign up and you get it in your email. Print it out, fill out the information for your specific family. There is a little spot where you can put the weight and the dosage for your child, like basically a mini table. It's a mini version of this whole system. If you're not ready for the whole system, start with that little system that I shared with you. So a quick recap of what we talked about. Of what we talked about in this video is that we need to prepare the medicine cabinet ahead of time. And a couple of tips I said. The step one is to empty the whole cabinet and then look through everything that you have there. Put all of the bottles and all of the medicine that is 75% empty on the restock list, and if they expire within 3 months, 90 days, also put them on the restock list. And then step two is to make this little system on the back, on the inside of the cabinet door. Write down your main medicine, their expiration date, and the amount that you have in there, to make sure that you don't run out and you don't have to go look for it in the middle of the night. So this is about what I wanted to share with you for this video. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you like this content on making life easier by systemizing things, by organizing your space, your digital and your physical space and your mental space. This is the right place for you, because I that's what I do, that's what I love doing, and that's what I focus on, and I have a lot of information on it. So stay along, subscribe to the channel, give me reactions, comments, tell me what you do, share your experiences, share your questions, your thoughts, your opinions. I'm super open for it. I'm super excited to find like-minded people, and that's about what I wanted to talk about today. I'll see you later in the next video. Bye.